I know everybody's scared right now. It's November 4th. The market is red. People are losing confidence. People are jumping ship. People are ready to sell. Not me, though. And I'm going to give you 4 reasons why I'm not selling my XRP, why I still believe in Ripple. All right. Not only am I going to give you 4 reasons, I'm going to give you $4 billion reasons of why I'm not selling my XRP, why I'm not selling my Ripple. All right, let's get into this. All right, if you're down with Crypto Army, make sure you hit a like and hit subscribe. If you're down with Crypto Gang, make sure you hit a like, make sure you hit a share. Let's get into this. All right, so let's get in there. I'm going to tell you why I'm not jumping ship. So for 2025, Ripple's already spent $4 billion in a shopping spree. All right, 4 billion with a B. All right, let's get into these acquisitions that Ripple's getting into. And I'm also go at the end on some ETF and some other news why brings me confidence why I'm not selling my Ripple or my XRP. I'm not a financial advisor. I give them financial advice, but let's get into this. All right. So Ripple, all right, first they bought Hidden Road for $1.25 billion. You heard it right, with a B. All right, let's get into this. That's an institutional prime brokerage putting Ripple in the same lane as Goldman Sachs. All right, Dcryptofan. Let's get into this. All right, and then they grabbed the rail for 200 million. That's a stablecoin payment platform that moves money around on chain globally. All right. Next, let's don't forget, they bought Treasury for $1 billion. Integrated cash management and liquidity directly to Ripple's blockchain system. Do not sleep on that. And finally, Passadel, major custodial wallet security firm. Okay, giving Ripple full control of digital assets protection pipeline. All right, wallets. All right, so you're talking about brokerage, you're talking about treasuries, you're talking about rails, you're talking about custodian wallets, you know about the bank charter. All right, so altogether, that's proof of $4 billion right into that. All right, and now but if you're down with this crypto army, make sure you hit a like, make sure you subscribe. All right, let's get into it. There's a little bit more to go into. And you know, Ripple's RLUSD, that's Ripple's stablecoin, it's one of the fastest growing stable coins. In 1 year, it's made it to $1 billion market cap. So now you're talking about being in the same places as RUSDT and RUSDC. All right, so let's put that into it. So think about that. That's a brand new stablecoin, less than 1 year, already joining the ranks of USDC and PayPal. All right, it's not a Tether. Tether's 185 billion. Circle's at 78 billion, and then you have RLUSD 1 billion, but it's only been around for 1 year. All right, so let's get into this. What Monica Long, all right, president of Ripple says. All right. Monica goes on. She says, the growth came from institutional adoption, banks, fintechs, and payment corridors actually using the inside Ripple liquidity system. This means RLUSD isn't just sitting on an exchange, it's working behind the backgrounds of international settlements and powering real use cases. All right. And combine the RLUSD hitting 1 billion. All right. And then you're talking about Ripple spending 4 billion in acquisitions. You're starting to see what Ripple's doing behind the scenes. All right. They're bridging Wall Street and Web3 into their ecosystem. All right. Finally, let's not forget about Evernorth Holdings. Oh, yeah. They're spending $1 billion on Evernorth Holdings. And this will be an IPO that's supposed to be coming out the first quarter. And not only that, you have Chris Larsen that spent $121 million of his own money. And also SBI Investments in Japan spent $200 million on Evernorth. Okay. And David Schwartz, who stepped down at Ripple CTO, is going to be head financial advisor. And also, you're going to have Chris Larsen, and also you're going to have Brad Garlinghouse on the governors, board of governors as advisors. All right. So you have Chris Larsen spending his own money. All right. This is turning into Ripple 2.0. All right. Now, if you still believe in Ripple, XRP, leave a comment. All right. If you see what's going on behind the backgrounds, leave a comment. If you selling your XRP, you're leaving Ripple, leave a comment. It's Dcryptofan. You already know we on TikTok 5 days a week, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. Make sure you tune in. Dcryptofan. Let's go.